Today I'm with Baby. Baby, it's been, I don't know, a couple months that I've seen you. How have you been since then?
Things have been going very, very well. I got a big hit on them letting me know that bands are going to be back here in the upcoming, future, because there's been a lot of solo artists out there. There's been a lot of groups, but there hasn't been a band in a long while. So I got a demand of music being heard that hasn't been heard in a long time, and it's been band play. And the only thing about bands is, will they be like Kiss or the Beatles? They have to be, because it can't be a battle of the bands. That was a dangerous thing. People would get in too many fights, if it was competition. So there needs to be a big group that's a band that's not gonna break up, that's gonna do it right for 50 years or plus. Like Kiss was over 55 years of hearing Kiss. Beatles was even longer. So there's been 100 groups that say they can do it and they have that back and play, but they do not, because it's only gonna be one of them.
Are you promoting it or setting it up, getting all the bands together, or what?
No, it's just gonna be they're gonna have to go through all these different scenarios, and they have to reach a certain amount of courtesy, listening, and play. That means that someone's gonna actually invite them to their city, pay for everything, and say, we want you here, because that's what they did with Kiss and the Beatles. So by the time they get to me, there's only gonna be 4 groups, and out of those 4 I have to choose. So it's already gonna be the process of elimination, and when they come out, it's gonna be a group that has to be as big as Kiss or the Beatles, and if it is not, then I will not accept it.
And do you have any idea who those 4 will be? Any clue?
No, I do not, because it's gonna be, has to be the music, has to be something catchy. The Beatles was something very different. Kiss was about sex. What is this gonna be about? It has to be something that's unique and very different. But if it is something that captures our attention, our listening, and makes us want to go out there and listen and buy the CDs and actually get to know these persons, and it has to be something very personal. So this is something new that I like, and I'm so glad that I'll be a part of it.
And that's gonna be happening in Phoenix, or where?
No, it's gonna actually be happening in San Francisco, California, because San Francisco is a big part of, I believe, our new culture, which is the high culture, I like to say, because now we're able to get our medicine legally and smoke it. Same thing with the marijuana, legally smoke it. There's certain things that are freeing us in a way that is right, not in a way that is wrong, because when there are distilled illegal substances like drugs that are inside of our medicines, that's what makes us sick and fiend, want to steal and do things that are wrong. But now that it has been cleaned up 100%, they have sat down with a lot of us and said, look, is there any way that we can show that our pharmaceutical companies will not be involved in anything of mixing drugs or any of these things together, because they want to incorporate the medicines like pills and things like that in a way that's not like hey, why are you giving this to the band members if it's gonna make them sick and fiend? They want them to be at their best so we can hear their best music, and we don't have to hear them say hey, come on, hand me that crack pipe, or give me that meth, man, something to fuck them up. And why would I ever give that to someone like a band member and then see their life go to wrong? So
yeah, definitely. We don't want band members, their lives to go to the toilet, right?
No. So we want to do it healthy, and now, like I was telling them, if you're someone like me, you have to provide the medicine, their highs. They want marijuana, you have to provide it. It has to be clean. They want to smoke a joint of legal heroin that's clean. Yes. I have to provide these things, alcohol that's clean, because if I don't do it, they're gonna have to go on the street, and who knows they're gonna get on the street. You know what I mean? And it's not safe.
It's like a gamble when it's from the street, you think?
Yes, because unless it is someone that directly, and that's why I like to have teams that will have the medicines that on hand, because who doesn't want clean medicine as well? Is this the same thing that your band members are taking? Yes, then it sells more, and it's right.
You mentioned that heroin is legal. Is that in San Francisco or state of California or where?
California, Nevada, Texas, and Louisiana, and Phoenix low-key. All these states right here are gonna do it the legal way of heroin. It's clean, it has no what we call like antics. It's something that is allergic reaction that will make us hurt in the pains. That is all heroin. So now it's gonna be clean in a pill form, and you could take the pill and it'll feel all like heroin, so you don't have to take a shot or nothing. So it's clean heroin, you know, finally in a pill. You know, you want that feeling of, oh, that's heroin. And it does it more extreme, yes, because I tried one, but it is, I don't look at my veins and say like, I'm missing my veins, you know? I don't want to look like a fiend. I don't want to bleed everywhere. I want to get high off heroin, and I want to do it right, and the pill it's perfect.
So this is the first time I hear you're doing a band project. Any other projects in store for you?
Right now, no, because everything has been fine and settled. There is no debt between any person and someone that is famous with music. It's all been settled. So however they did this, they did it without the court, which is amazing. That means that a regular person is able to talk to someone famous, yes, with no problem. That's why it's going to be more open up to having famous persons around the regular fan / person. Just to be around is cool, but is there going to be a certain way of doing it? Yes, you know. So because they keep telling me I don't want to be isolated and then one day be alone, because I wasn't able to talk to someone that was normal, because I used to be normal, you know, like in the sense of not being famous anymore. So because they're doing it so right and they're not acting like crazy paparazzi, they're going to open it up with a lot more like invites, you know, from someone that is regular, like, hey, I can get 10,000 people to come over here and hang out with you and your band members, you know, or you and your friends, would you like to hang out? And they can agree to it and sign.
What is there a drawback to like having celebrity status where everybody recognizes you? Do you think there's
yes, because sometimes they will tell them to ignore me totally, or they will tell them to, hey, if I give you this amount of money, will you ignore this person or be mean to them? Because they want to see more, maybe they want to see if it's true or not, because they have noticed that we've been more calm on the celebrity side to say that we're not going to be yelling at someone or being mean to them, or there's going to be no lawsuits, you know, because I just got paid my payment that's going to be for a very long while, and I know that they want to see if I'm going to flip, or am I going to pay someone, you know, to hurt somebody. You know, that's how it used to be with fame, and it's not like that no more. So I'm actually very happy.
And in all your previous projects that you've mentioned in the past, did everything go well for you? Did everything go off without a hitch?
The past projects were very difficult because we were still dealing with, is there drugs? Is there things that are going to make someone forget? We don't want none of those, any of that stuff to be in the business of music or fame, period. And because it's been taken care of, and they showed us the plants that were actually what would they call the drug plant. And they would mix those drug plants with different medicines, and it would make you feel like you're on drugs. And they actually got rid of that plant. It's been 3 years. The plants were actually all growing on one island in Guatemala, and they showed us, and they got rid of it in total. And the reason why I knew is because I took what we call like a Penary pill, and it let us know if there's still drugs around. And I was hurting really bad inside, you know, and they were paying me every month to keep it going, and finally, when it went away, I knew they got rid of all of them.
Penary pill?
It's called a Penary pill. It is the allergic reactions to the drug plant that they had that was able to mix with anything. I mean, you wouldn't be able to tell at all. And it definitely is gone now. And when it's because, like, after you're done with the Penary pill, you will shit like blood, you know, and it gets rid of all the drugs that is in my system from the Penary pill. And it all came out, and now I'm clean now. I went to the doctor and they checked and they said, wow, you did have a lot of drugs in your system, you know, and I knew that was wrong.
So that little Penary pill just kind of cleaned you out a little bit?
It's the Penary pill is proof that they are actually doing as they promised, because I paid so much money for them to find that drug plant and to get rid of it. And I mean, they were sneaking on islands to check, and they finally found it. and
Wow.
there was one person that was guarding it, and I don't even want to say who the person was because it almost like sounds unbelievable, but it was someone that was well known for terrorism.
Wow.
Yep, and it was him by himself. And when we saw him there, we said like, we called the U.S. Congregation. They sent like some guys over, and the first thing they did was shoot, and that was it.
So he's no longer here, huh?
He's no longer here, and he was the one providing it and taking care of the plans.
Wow.
And he's
okay.
a very well-known terrorist, and we thought he was dead. No, now he's dead.
Now it's official.
Yeah, it's official.
One less terrorist in the world.
Yeah, and I could not believe it. He was so healthy looking, and I'm like, oh my gosh, you know how much money he's been making, drugging famous people like me too.
Right.
Anybody, because like, come on, I'm outside. I'm like, they're like, if you want to feel like you're safe, because I was having like trips and stuff, and it was horrible. But now it's gone, and they just shot straight up. I'm like, what the fuck?
What the heck? Baby, I'm gonna say thank you very much for talking to me. It was really nice catching up with you. It's been a while. So please stay safe. I'll if I see you next time, I'll bring you some more water, and we'll talk again, okay? So
Thank you so much.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate
Yep.
you.